All right. Good morning, guys. Looks like you guys can hear me on Discord and on Zoom. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Good morning, guys. Hope you guys are having a fantastic morning. Just a little heads up. My wife had a last minute meeting that she found out about last night. So I've got the little man today here on the chest pack, so try to bear with me a little bit if he starts getting fussy. But we'll just do what we do. All right. So for the market today, we're showing a little bit of weakness here, and we are breaking below this 350 support level, which is this is a pretty it's a good level to watch. This will kind of be a good pivot level for the day. If we break back above this 350, then we'll start to see a push back up. We've got this big macro trend line right up here towards 351, which is going to be a pretty significant level to try to break back above. So, you guys can see here, we broke above it several times, but it's all been pre-market or after hours. We'll pop above it, and then once the market comes around, we pull back down below it. We can't bust through it. So definitely a spot to keep on watch here. And we do have a little bit of a pattern going here on a shorter time frame. So, if we do hold under this 350, look for a pullback down here, 348. And then if we break below that, that'll be confirmation for this head and shoulders here. And this could lead into something bigger, okay? For the Qs, we are, we're kind of gapping up here. Same thing, showing a little bit of weakness here towards the open. We do have yesterday's high right here as a support level. So it's a good spot to watch. If we hold that, then we could start to see a push back up. I think some of these, with some of these companies like Zoom and some of these other companies, it's gonna hold Qs up. So one to watch here, and we got room back up here to this macro trend as well. One thing to watch as well is going to be the VIX today. These last couple of days, we have been in a rising VIX environment. The VIX has been rising. So that's definitely something to take note, because when the VIX and the market are kind of moving in the same direction, both are kind of moving up a little bit, 9 times out of 10, the VIX is going to win. Okay. So with the rising VIX environment, be cautious on the market, especially for our swings today, this week. Going to be cautious on them. Not going to be going in full size, and we'll just see what the market wants to do here. Okay. So the first one is work. Work is getting a nice breakout. It's gapping up a little bit here. Sorry. It's gapping up a little bit. So it has a nice breakout, and we've got a nice little gap to fill in the chart right up here from 36 to almost 38. I'm sorry, 37.75. So we got a nice gap to fill. I think this one is still very undervalued. I think this one has plenty more room to the upside. I think it's got beautiful swing potential. But for now, because we are gapping up with no news, what I would like to see is a pull right down here to 34 and under. Then we can start watching for the bottoming, and we can grab it long. If we do pop right up in here to 36, let's let it top off, pull back a little bit, let it consolidate, and then we can grab it long later, see if we can get into this gap and run it on up here to 38. Okay. Crowd has earnings tomorrow. I didn't look. I'm not sure if they have it tomorrow morning or tomorrow night, but they got some pretty positive comments from Jeff about their potential upcoming earnings. So I think this is going to get bought up. This is going to continue to get bought up leading into earnings. So, but once again, we're gapping up on an analyst comment, and you guys know how we like to play analyst comments. We like to yank them before we can grab them long. So this one is kind of in the middle. If we get the yank out of the open, we can start watching for the long, and we can grab it for the nice all-day push to the upside, leading into earnings. But if we do get a pop out of the open, then we can look for the short, and it's going to be a bit of a choppy fade back down today. So if this pulls out of the open, what I would love to see is a pull out of the open. pull out of the open. If we can get it right down here below 132 with room down here to 130, start watching for bottoming down here and grab it long. This should be should get a nice bounce and all day kind of push to the upside on it. Otherwise, if we get a pop out of the open right up here to 140, 141 area, start watching for the topping on it and short it. You know, we'll short it back down to 135 and under. That we might even get more out of it. It'll just kind of be a choppy downside move on it if we do get that pop. Apple, we're just continuing. You know, we got multiple upgrades this morning. And, you know, Apple and Tesla, actually I'll go over Tesla here in a minute, but Apple, we're just going to continue pushing higher, okay? I think that if we could break below this 131, I'm not sure if we will, but if we do, I think if we get it back down here, 130, good spot to start watch for the dip on it. Here at 131, we start breaking this little downtrend here pre-market. You can grab it long. It's got room right up here, 135. It's got a big macro trend line right up there, so be looking to take profits up there. If we break through that, you know, we got a lot of room up towards 140. So just this 131 level's the level to watch. Break that. Look for this 130, 120 dip buy. Otherwise, break this downtrend. Look for this 135 push. Okay. Square. Square's kind of gapping up for no reason as well. No news on it. So what I would love to see on Square, this would be a nice short. If we can get this push out of the open right up here, 167.50, 168, top it off, short it. Should be a nice, easy fade back down, 165, 164 and under. If we do get a pull right down here, we got a pretty nice trend right here. So if we get this pull down here to 162, well, there it goes. If we get this pull to 162.50, watch for the bottoming, grab it long. That we should, you know, it's got a lot of volume, a lot of momentum coming into it this morning in the pre-market. So look for this bounce play here off this 162, and it should be a nice move to the upside. Walmart. Walmart is trying to compete with Amazon with their Amazon Prime. So, you know, that's good. You know, that's good for Walmart. My view, they have no shot in even competing with them. So, you know, it's good for Walmart, just because it's more business. It's another business avenue that they can go down, and that's great. Are they going to compete with Amazon? In my opinion, no shot. But this news should help this one get bought up. So if we get to 140, 141, 140, watch for bottoming on it, grab it long. I think it'll get a nice bounce off of here, get a push back up towards 145. Otherwise, if we get a pop up here, 145, 144, let it top it off, let it pull back, consolidate, flat next leg up. Okay. Let's see, DOCU. DOCU's gapping up, another one for no reason. So what I would like to see on DOCU, if we get a pull, well, we're starting to get the pull. You know, at this point, now that we're starting to show this little bit of weakness, especially with the market pulling, I would like to see a little bit lower. Like I was calling for 142 pull out of the open, or 140 pull. Let's see if we can get a little bit lower. You know, if this starts showing any weakness out of the open, just grab it short, slam it down. I think we could get 138, 137 on it. Then we could probably start watching for the bottoming on it, grab it long. Otherwise, look for this 260 area pop, or we could even look at 255 now that we're starting to get this pull. 255, 260, pop out of the open, and then short it. I think it'll be a choppy fade back down. 145, then we can watch for the bottoming on it, grab it long. Tesla. Okay, so Tesla, we're starting to hit a little bit of support right here. About hold on one second, I'm trying to pull it up here. Doesn't seem to be working. There we go. They're selling up to they're going to raise $5 billion. Okay, so basically they're kind of diluting their stock a little bit. I don't think it's going to affect Tesla all that bad. I think that this will get bought up, this weakness. What I would like to see, if we could hold this 480 out of the open, then look for that nice push back up. You know, I think this weakness will get bought. If this 480 holds, look for this push back up here, 525, and then, you know, from there we be done with it. If we break back down below this 480, let it flush, let it come down. We got room to 470 and then 450, and I think that'd be a good buying opportunity down there. Okay. And last one is Zoom. Zoom, I think this gap up is a little too much. They had blowout earnings. I mean, I'm kind of expecting a bit of a pop out of the open just because of all the hype. I would like to see a push out of the open right up here towards 500. We could even look for 480, 490, 500. And if this starts to get bought up out of the open, just grab it long, take it on up, and then top it off from there. Let you get that push. It's probably going to be pretty choppy after that, just due to this gap up that we're having, plus getting that initial push out of the open. If we get that push, take advantage of it, but don't marry it today. I think that's pretty much all it'll have in it. And if, you know, if we do start breaking this little uptrend right here, pre-market, let it flush back down here, 425, 410, even 400. Then we can start watching for the bottoming on it. We can grab it long. Okay, so those are going to be our notes for today. Let me get set up here.